YouTube and welcome back. Now when Team of the Year is pretty much over, a lot of people are asking themselves, what is next goal of NHL 24? What do I do next? What do I chase? And is there even a point of playing the game going forward? In today's video, I'll go through the things I believe you need to chase and where you need to put your focus on if you already made your Team of the Year cards, or let's say you didn't make a single one because you just couldn't. Before we do that, if you enjoy my videos, please make sure you smash that like button and subscribe. It makes me smile, also helps the algorithm and more people will see the video. So some people did make the Team of the Year card, some people made more, some people didn't make a single one. So what do you do next? We all know that the team builders are probably coming out in the mid-Feb. So I believe that's your next goal. Again, if you didn't start to build the team builders already, there is still plenty of time for you to do it. And the easiest way how to do it is just play every single mode like you did, but where you actually put your cards, which packs do you choose? So for example, let's say you already have all the cards and you are playing champs every week. So do you really need the power-up collectibles, or you trade your collectibles for packs? So which packs are now the way to go? Because we don't really need the power-up icons. Again, if you still need the power-up icons, then Mega Player Pack is way to go. If you already have the power-up icons you want, and again, I will mention that I think now at this point in the game, it's cheaper to go and buy Gretzky, Mario, or even Mr. Hockey because they were going for so cheap, and I don't think their price will actually increase. So if you want a power-up icon, I would probably save and buy instead of actually trading in the players if you didn't already started it. So my suggestion would be, if you play champs and you get yourself collectibles, let's say you get 10 weeks every week, you get 6 collectibles, so go and trade them in for Jumbo Elite Player Pack. All you do basically, you get your collectibles, you trade your cards in, and you get yourself a Jumbo Elite Player Pack. And because you can do these sets as many times as you want, basically 10 wins will give you 2 Jumbo Elite Player Packs. The reason why I'm suggesting to trade in your collectibles for Jumbo Elite Player Packs is because you'll get 20 items all gold players with at least 18 80 plus overall players. First of all, you can pull someone really good, and the higher overall, the more power-up collectibles you can actually exchange that player for if you don't need him, or if you need him, you can always sell him. In the same time, because you don't need the no NHL players, and no NHL players are really pretty much useless now. As far as you don't trade them in for your X Factor choice pack, you can still trade them in for something, but I don't think they have the value like they had before. So NHL players are the ones you really want to go after, and there is not a better pack out there to trade your collectibles in for Jumbo Elite Player Packs, because let's say 80 plus overall, 18 players, they all are guaranteed NHLers. So technically one pack is already giving you 18 NHL players. Every NHL team have 25 players, so one Jumbo Elite Player Pack will give you 18 gold players, 80 plus overall. So let's say pretty much one pack is already giving you almost full NHL team. Yes, they all will not be for the same team, but you know what I mean. We currently have 90 overall team builders, so the next ones will probably be 93. To get one 93 overall team builder, you will need to trade in 2 90 overall team builders. So at the moment we have McMadano, Shanahan, we have also Leclerc, and so on. So we have 6. I'm expecting to see 4 93 overall team builders released mid-Feb. So technically you will need yourself 8 90 overall team builders to get yourself 4 93 overall team builders. So to do that, you basically have to collect every single team, then you get yourself a 94 overall team builder, you trade 6 of them for a 97, then 2 97s you trade in for a 90 overall, and then you trade in 2 90 overalls for a 93. So as you can understand from what I'm saying, you need a lot of NHL players to get that. If you already started to do the team builders, it will be not so difficult. For example, I have every single team builder, so I really don't need a lot. But because I will probably try and get every single one again, I will just focus on the NHL players. But let's say you're not playing the game enough, you're not playing champs, and you cannot get the collectibles. You still can trade in your gold NHL players for these cards. And it will maybe take you longer, but I think this is where you need to put your focus, because these cards always play much better than everything else. If you couldn't make yourself a Team of the Year player, then Team Builder will be a very good alternative. The other question I'm being asked a lot is there a point to do an X Factor choice pack every month? Personally, I don't think there is. Again, the X Factors are currently so cheap that it's cheaper to go and buy them in the auction house. I probably would sell all the sellable NHL players or non-NHL players in the auction house and make some coins, because you will end up making a couple of thousand of coins you can spend for the players you like. Again, if you don't have McDavid, you don't have Makar, you don't have, let's say, Hughes brothers, and maybe even Doughty, because he is really, really good and his fantasy card is just going up, because obviously he's scoring goals, then yes, there are a few cards still worth making or hoping that you will pull in the X Factor choice pack. If you have all of those cards, there is really no point of making this set every single month, as far as you're not hot rich and you don't really care where you trade your cards. Just another thing to mention, every single MSP released this year, except the Captain's event, is asking you for a power-up collectibles for an upgrade. Pretty much like even the same about the James cards and every other one, even the hot wares. So, all you need to do is focus on the power-up collectibles, grind your objectives, because the more power-up collectibles you will have, the more better team you can make, because all you need is just power-up collectibles to upgrade pretty much every single MSP. You can upgrade every single X Factor if you want. If you put your focus on actually chasing the power-up collectibles and you end around 50 power-up collectibles, it will just make your team really, really good. How to get power-up collectibles? You play every single mode, you open the packs, you trade the players in, and you get yourself collectibles. At the moment, the highest overall you can trade in for a power-up collectible is 88, but I'm expecting that to go up to the 89 and then even to 90. At the moment, 88 overall card will give you 4 power-up collectibles. It does sound quite expensive, but let's say you are pulling 88 overall Levi, who have his live moment card. You really don't want to use him as a goalie, and he's untradeable. You also cannot sell him, so that's a perfect card to trade in for power-up collectibles. If you are not playing a lot, but you still need these higher overall cards, then the best way of getting higher overall cards is a game day hockey card. For example, EA released 8 game day hockey cards for a game in Saturday. As you can see on the screen, there are a lot of good cards. And also you can see that they will go up by 1 in the overall for every single shot they make. Just do some research, find the players who are actually shooting a lot every single game, who are, let's say, on the first 2 lines, and it could be an easy way of getting yourself a 90 overall card pretty much for free. Game day cards are really something I would focus going forward. As soon as EA release them, try to get maybe 1, 2, or maybe even 3. It's a very easy way of getting high overall cards to after trade in for a power-up collectibles or for anything else the game actually asks you to. It's also EA smart. Now to make one of these game day hockey cards, you need to trade in 12 game day hockey collectibles. How to make the collectibles? Pretty much same way. You trade in 188, for example, and you get yourself 14 collectibles. So technically, you can exchange yourself 188 to the 90 overall. Also, you will get 2 players packs where you're getting more players. 187 will give you 10 collectibles. So yes, you do need 12, but technically, you only need to trade in 187 if it's untradeable, but you possibly can get a very high overall card. They currently are at 84 overall, so let's say all he needs to do is have 6 shots in the game to be a 90. Like, one of the safest bets this week is probably Ilya Mikheyev from Vancouver Canucks. You can go and buy him for 31k in average, and let's just keep that in mind. At the moment, the cheapest 87 overall card on the auction house is going for 47.5k. So, you're getting yourself an 84 overall card for, let's say, 31k. All he needs to do is get 3 shots in the game and he's a 87 overall card. If you want to go and buy, you're getting yourself a tradable fodder, which you can actually after flip into the coins. So I think the game day hockey cards is probably the easiest and cheapest way to flip the fodder and actually make some coins. Regards actually playing the game, I would suggest to set yourself some kind of goals. Let's say you want to get to the next division, you maybe want to get to the top 100 in the squad battles, or you just want to start building your team. You just want to build all-time Maple Leafs team, or the Rangers, or whatever. You have to find something to focus, otherwise by just playing rival squad battles champs, after Team of the Year, you will burn out so quickly if you're not already, and you will really not enjoy, because you will have all these high-end cards, but there will be no actual purpose. There is no better way of starting to build your team now, after Team of the Year, because technically you have all the freedom now. There is no any pressure of you saving the packs. You can always open the pack as soon as it comes. There's a lot of cards out there, and I think now will only be the moment when EA will start releasing the best MSPs, because Team of the Year is already there, so they need to release a good MSP so people are actually interested in open more packs. Okay, those would be my tips where I would put your focus in the game after the Team of the Year is over. Let me know down in the comment section below, where will you put your focus after the Team of the Year is over? Do you still enjoy the game, or when you usually quit and don't play it anymore? Hope you enjoyed today's video, have a good one, and see you on the ice.